Hello everyone and welcome to episode 15 of the Joe Root Career Mode on Ashes Cricket on the Xbox One. Today it's time for our second game against New Zealand on our tour of New Zealand, and we can win the series today. If you watched the last episode you'll know the result, but the kind of spoilers on the right. But I'd recommend going to watch the last episode. That's on the playlist on the channel, and it's quite obvious. You can see Ashes Cricket Career Mode, Joe Root. If you've come from the searches, thank you very much folks. But if I'll finish that sentence off. If this is the first video you're watching, I'll do FM content for Manager, as well as this on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday at 8 PM British time. But a big thank you before we start to Billy Dobson. In fact, a huge thank you for suggesting that I go into the Cricket Academy, if I can speak, of course, and download some of the best players, kits, and all that other stuff, in which I have. And that's really helped, and it'll make the game a lot more immersive. Basically, all the players are now licensed. They're not licensed, but, you know, you can get the picture. But we've obviously got Yorkshire, as you can see. We've got the kit for Yorkshire now. But also New Zealand and all those other teams have got kits. If we go on upcoming matches, then as you can see, all of the other teams and all the logos are there. Obviously, apart from the logos for the actual competitions themselves. But everything's there. I'd just like to thank you, Billy, so much for that. So we're going to be playing the first innings probably of the second test today, so let's just get straight into it. We have got this game, and then I'll actually have a look for you folks. If we go onto our calendar, we've got this test match, and then we've got a few one-days, which I might play, might not play. Then we've got, of course, the Pakistan's Tour of England, and that is a two-test match. Yeah, it's a two-test match, some T20s, and then in July we get into the County Cup with Yorkshire. As you can see, all the logos are there. So let's get into it then, let's play the game. Obviously the last time out we didn't get two brilliant scores. We didn't play brilliantly, but you know, that's all part of the game. Sometimes you don't do too well, sometimes you do a lot better. But that's simply what happens sometimes, and you know, it's a bit weird playing as just one player, because obviously as soon as you're out, then you kind of got to make, if you're about 5 minutes into the video, you've got to make the decision, well, you know, do we carry on or do we leave it as a really short video? I appreciate Saturday's video was really short, but hopefully this one's a little bit longer, and I tried to keep it at about 20 minutes per time. But obviously it's only one batsman, it's quite tough to regulate that. But apart from that notice, we should get straight into this second match. It's at the base in reserve, this is. I don't think the stadiums I've downloaded are too brilliant, but I've just basically gone on the community and said to the game, look, download everything that's the highly rated, and everything seems pretty good. I played a test match against India last night, just off my own accord, and plus to get a bit of practice in, because if I don't play this game and regularly play it, then, you know, everything gets to pot really, and hopefully we should be a little bit better today, and hopefully the team can be better, because we did have a bit of a collapse in the first innings in the last match. But luckily, New Zealand did poorly as well, which meant we won, I think, by 3 wickets, if I'm correct, or a number of runs. But we won anyway in that match. As you see, with the base in reserve, all the players are licensed and the teams have stayed the same as usual. Hopefully, I am praying to God at some time in this series the teams change a little bit. Don't know why Adam Milner is playing as number 1 for us for New Zealand, but oh well. 12% chance of rain, quite windy to the, oh god, it's southwest, yeah, southwest, but it's sunny for all these days. But let's just get into the toss, shall we? We're going to go for tails, because tails never fails, of course. Probably will fail though now. Let's have a look. We've called tails, and it is tails again. We've won the toss. Pristine, dusty, soft pitch with no cracks. We are going to have a bat on this pitch, exactly the same as what we did last time, even though New Zealand chose to bowl, I think. But here we go, into the match. Hopefully Cook and Stoneman can have a good start. As you see, here comes Cook and Stoneman. I haven't changed any of them, but as you can see, Matt Henry, with all those stats there, bowling first for New Zealand. Adding a bit of immersion to the game, I feel. 90 overs to go then today, and hopefully these batsmen can last for some of them. Oh wow, we've had a really good start. Coming at 144 for 2. Stoneman still in a good start for him, clearly, with 58 even, off 94 balls. So if we can stay in with Stoneman, that'd be brilliant. And we've had a much better start than we have in some games in the past. That's definitely the right to say. We'll have a quick look at Cook and Vince's innings now. So Cook got 31 off 29. It's quite an aggressive start. And Vince got 50 as well. So if we can keep that up, that should be really good. Stoneman gets a single then, and we're about to face our first delivery. They've changed the field round a little bit, apparently. But in comes Southey. Is it Southey? Not quite sure. We hit that one, though, and that is quite a nice shot. We're on hard difficulty, by the way, folks. So we're not making it easy for ourselves by any stretch. But the fielders certainly haven't done too well there. And we're going to get 3, and that's a really good start to our innings. And bring Stoneman back in, and we've done really well there. The thing I noticed about against India, though, on my match is that they're bowling a lot of these bouncer balls, which I don't quite like. I've got a little bit better at them, But in comes Worker, the spinner, for the last ball of his over. And that should be at least one. In fact, that's really well hit from us there. You can see the practice we put in last night has definitely been worth it. And we get another 2, which means Stone will be back on strike next over. So we've only contributed to 1 ball that over. But we're ticking over, 3 that over, and in comes Stoneman again. Oh, in fact, that's the end of the session, actually. The end of the first session of today's playing. 152 for 2. You know, a decent innings for both teams, really. That might sound a little bit silly. But 2 wickets and 2 key wickets for New Zealand. But also a decent score from us. You know, 2 players who've got at least 50. And hopefully we can make it 3. But certainly not with that sort of shot. It kind of made it look like it was going to go down that right-hand side where the bat is. But he just went past us. And sometimes you're not going to hit those shots. But luckily with Test match cricket, there isn't that much pressure to hit those shots. But that's a nice hit once again, right off the bat. And luckily, well, I don't say luckily, but we have improved our stats. So it might not, but it's definitely not, we haven't moved the difficulty down. But we've improved our stats. We're 90 rated now, which makes things a little bit easy because we're naturally going to have more time because we're highly rated, if that makes any sense to you folks. Not a brilliant shot there. Still, we do get the single, and that makes it 6 off this over. So what we're really in to do, I feel, is improve the run rate a little bit. It's alright at 4.29, but I'd like to be a little bit better. 4.39, apologies. But in comes Milner, apparently the big batter. And that's going to be a dot ball, because I don't see the point of hitting that one. Just an interesting thing that you guys might want to comment. I certainly don't think about it, but I've seen another few YouTubers who've done Ashes cricket videos. Would you think a webcam would work in this or not? To be fair though, a lot of the Ashes cricket YouTubers I watch have green screens, which I unfortunately don't, but I don't intend to get one because I don't really see the point of the video at the moment, seeing as I'm earning nothing from YouTube. That's not really down to the 1,000 subscriber whole thing, but it's just purely down to the fact that if I was earning, it'd probably only be about £5 a month anyway. But this isn't going to turn into something me crying going, oh, I only earn this amount a month. No, seriously, I'll just do this for the fun, and hopefully you guys can see that reflecting in my videos. But here comes the finger spinner then, Soddy. That's quite an interesting name, but we just get the single and Stone back on strike again. I think that was a good hit, and just what was required. 11 off 9, then a decent start. We're going quite slowly, but at the end of the day, you know, we've had a decent start. 12 off 9, apologies, and Stoneman gets a further 3 to add to that. If we can get a few more here, that'll help the run rate go a little bit better. I think that's fair to say. That should just be the 1. Let's go for 2. That might be a bit dangerous, actually. Quick, Stoneman, come on. Luckily, we're there. That's good. Bit dangerous, but we've got to it, and that's 6 off the over. Brings Stoneman back in. I think Stoneman's certainly taking the lead as batsman at the moment, but I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. I don't really want to be in with a batsman that's insecure and wants us to be on strike all the time. I think it's just natural that's happening at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Milner, very good ball there. I wonder if it's James Milner's brother, even though it's spelt differently and he's from New Zealand. Never know, though. These days could have cross nationality families, I suppose, but you never know. Anyway, and he comes again. Nice Yorker. This is going to be close. It does hit the wicket, in fact, but we have got there quite successfully. 2 after the over, then, and that's, I think, what it does. Yeah, it's only going to be that, but Stoneman bowls for a full over, it looks like. Bats for a full over there. If we can stay in for a full over now, that'd be nice, but it doesn't look like we will. We're going to have 2. No, we're not, actually. That'd be stupid to do, because we probably go out. That's going to be another single. I don't intend to get all these singles, but it's just the natural way that this game is going so far. I don't want to try and rig it. Oh, Stoneman's gone for 70, bowled. And that's a big wicket for them. Soddy bowls him, so that puts him up to 2 wickets off his 8 overs. Very impressive for him, and an economy of only 2.75. I think Soddy is the finger spinner. So we're going to take the lead, I think, now, really, as batsman. Because Milan is new to the innings, but, you know, decent score from Stoneman, definitely with 70. 172 for 3 doesn't look like inspiring, even though all the batsmen so far have scored some good scores. But if we can get a good 50, then hopefully that'll start to look a little bit better. But here we go again, these silly bouncer balls. Really, we shouldn't go for them because they do tend to come off the top of the bat, and we will be out. As proven by just a few occasions in this series, when we've hit bounces and just been caught behind, unintentionally, really. And he comes again, that's going to be a dot ball. There's no point running for that, taking the risk. We've just lost a wicket, we don't want to lose 2 in quick succession. That's the important thing to be. And I quite like test match cricket anyway, you know, it's quite balanced. You haven't got to start whacking the ball around. But if the facility's there to whack the ball around, because their fielding is a bit stupid, there's massive gaps, then, you know, we have the facility to do that. Obviously, when I'm playing offline by myself, I go a lot more aggressive because you've got 10 batsmen to play with rather than just the 1. But yeah, that's a decent hot. That's a different hot. Oh, I just can't speak. A decent shot. There we go. Just a single though. And Milan gets 4 off that ball. That's more like it. And in comes Soddy again. 2 off 22. 2 off 22. 22 off 8 overs. 2 wickets in that time. Hopefully won't become his 3rd victim. Sounds like he's a murderer. Not quite. 23 though off 2. And hopefully Milan looks like he's up for this. You know, a boundary in the first few balls. And hopefully he can put on the style. Well, one from a ball there. And that's very inspiring. At least we're scoring though. And I want him to bowl down this left-hand side. There's a big gap down there. He's not going to do that though. Just going to be the what? In fact, that's a nice hit. That could get to the boundary. It doesn't, but that should be free if we go quickly. Go on, Milan. He's going to Milan's side, and that's a good free. That's solid, that is. I thought that'd only be 1, but it just went at an angle that it went quite quickly, which is good. And it could have been 4, if not for that fielder by the boundary. So that's 5 off the over so far then, and he adds Milan another 1 off those 2 balls. Come on, bowl to the left for once. Go on, son. Is he going to bowl to the left? And he comes. Go on, let's go for it. Lovely stuff. That's what I've been wanting to do all over. He gave us the facility to do that, and we've got our first 6 of the innings. We're not going to be going for 6s often because when we've gone for 6s recently, it seems to have gone a bit badly. But lovely hit there over the boundary for 6. That's beautiful stuff. That moves us off to 21 after that same amount of balls, apparently. No, it doesn't. It moves up to 27 after 21 balls. But that makes the run rate tick over a little bit more. 193 sounds a bit better than the about 140 for 2 we came in with. But he's bowled to the left this time as Southey, and we should get a boundary off that. So from, 2 balls, 10, that's not too bad. We're certainly putting on the style here, as I like to say. That's a nice hit off the front of the bat. 1,000 runs scored. That's what a milestone that is. Wouldn't it be brilliant if we could get 1,000 today? Probably not too possible, but he's given us that facility again to hit it there. And if he does, then we're going to use it. I think that's not quite as quick, but it should still make it to the boundary. I'm sure they will put a fielder out there at some point, but certainly not yet. If he bowls to the left again, he's a mug. Put it that way. 35 off 23, then this is brilliant stuff. He's gone there again. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, never mind. Never mind. So look at me for getting all complacent. Oh, we're going to get loads of 6s and all that here. Oh, dear. Anyway, last ball of the over. Let's see where he goes this time, shall we? Nope, he's gone to the right again, and we should have learned. But not enough that over, very respectable amount. And Milan gets his chance again. 47 overs remaining today. And it looks like Milan had quite the poor over. Oh no, apologies, only hit 1. Bit tricky to tell from those scoreboards. In comes Soddy again. Oh dear. I thought that was out then. We went for it, a bit stupid, I know, a bit ambitious. And I thought that might have gone to the wicket where the bat is. The bat's, oh, this is interesting. You're coming from the other side, you see. But it's gone straight to the bowler, and that's going to be a dot ball. No need to be chucking it around with the spinners, because the spinners are very dangerous, proven by the fact it's already got 2 wickets. But in he comes again. Going to get to the left this time. No, we're not. Whoa, let's go back. That certainly wasn't the best of shots. 200 deliveries faced, though, since we got that objective. The 4,300 and something runs thing has been in since the start. But in he comes again. That's a much better hit. That should just be the single. Not going to be stupid about that. Only 2 off this over. I feel like we can probably open up and score a little bit more over the top bowlers. But I think if they bring too much spin in, then they're not going to really achieve, because we are going to start trying to whack it around, which I suppose could be good if they try to get the bowlers out, the batsmen out. Well, I think that's probably the aim every single ball, to be honest. Southey comes in from the other end this time. That's quite interesting to see. I'm guessing to try and avert the crisis that he had before. But that's a single. Puts Milan back on strike. And he scores 4 off how many balls? Oh, quite a few, actually. But nice to see him in double figures. But in comes Soddy again. They've changed the field round. And that's a decent shot. I think we could get 2 here. That's going to be quite a risk, actually. No, the field is quite slow. And we successfully get 2. I think you just got to take those risks sometimes. Sometimes they work. And as you've seen plenty of times from getting run out and getting other batsmen run out, they work sometimes. Sometimes they don't. In comes Soddy again. Nice hit again. That should just be the single this time, and it will just be the single. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. 3 off this over off the 2 balls so far. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. Quite a milestone though, 15 episodes. And I'm quite proud to have made it to this stage. And hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series. The thing I like with this is it's unique and changes in stages. Obviously, you know, you're competing in different competitions. And the Ashes were over quite quickly, so that made it quite nice. Because obviously the game is Ashes cricket. But the career option allows you to go through all the different tests and all that sort of stuff. And it'd be quite nice to play for the county, but the winter is really for the international stuff. So we'll have to wait our turn for that. But a nice hit. Oh, wait, Milan's gone LBW for 13. And that, again, was Soddy with his third wicket, which is going to be quite a risk now. Only 13 there. Quite poor from him, really. But Bairstow now comes in with 4 so far. Let's have a look before we continue at the batting. Well, that's going to be cute, isn't it? But, okay. Nice hit. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh, dear. That wasn't good fielding at all there. But it certainly was close. We are going to select Ali, put him ahead of Overton. Yeah, Ali will go ahead of Overton. And Wokes hasn't done too well, so I think we'll put Broad ahead of Wokes. Which is ironic. Oh, dear. Bairstow's gone. Bairstow's gone, being caught off 4. Oh, we're not going to have a collapse here, are we? So we've gone from 140 for 2 to 219 for 5. In comes Soddy then, 3 for 45. Brilliantly bowled from Soddy, credit to him. But the fielder's quite slow, so we're going to optimise that and get a single. But hopefully Ali can stay in for a while. I thought that Bairstow might stay in for a while, but as I said at the start of the video, players sometimes just have unlucky innings. 3 off this over though, hopefully we can get another one here, or 2. Nice hit, that should be 2. Gonna be close. Yeah, we should get it quite easily. And Ali back on strike for the next over. 223 for 5 and after 48 overs. We've definitely contributed today, 100%, and put in a grafter's performance, a captain's performance. And Ali with 3 off this over so far. Can we get it between the infield and get 50? Not quite. I don't know. We might be able to. That's 2. And yeah, it's just going to be 2. We're going to stay on strike for a little bit. See if we can stay on strike for the rest of the over. And then put Ali on against his own kind, the spinner. Anyway, 49 off 37. Really good innings so far. In comes Henry again, taking 1 wicket early. I don't quite know whose wicket that was. But that's just going to be the single, is it? No, it's going to be 2. Fielder quite slow there. And we've got our 50. 51 off 38 balls. And that's a good start to the innings. I say good start because I genuinely think we've had no real risk of being out here. Probably say that we'll get bowled clean now, but I feel like they're not playing too well, the New Zealand bowlers. So I feel quite secure in our bat at the moment, unless we get ourselves run out stupidly. That'll be another 2 there. So it's been quite the bad over, really, for New Zealand. I mean, we've gotten onto our 50, and they've conceded 9. So, Ali again. And he scored 1 off those 2 balls and put us back on strike. Nice hit. That should just be the single. And it's gone quite quickly to the fielder. That's another one to add to the over. And we're doing really well, you know. We've technically seen 100 runs because, well, obviously, because we came in 140 for 2. Last ball of the over then. 50 over milestone coming up. And that's going to be a dot ball. I think we'll do one more over and then call it a day for today. I think we'll do a bit more batting in this innings. Well, it all depends what happens, of course. But Ali scoring 1 there, putting us back on track. We'll have a look who got the... Henry was caught and bowled by Bairstow, so that's not good for Bairstow. But Henry gets a wicket, at least, for him. That's a nice hit between those 2 fielders. Quite an easy space to get and an exploit between those 2 fielders. And it was a good shot that time. Went exactly where it needs to be between the 2 fielders. And as a result, got a nice boundary there. 58 off 42. This is brilliant stuff to see. In comes Henry again. Not quite as good a shot, but we could do the same again. No, it's gone to the fielder. And actually, no, we're just going to stay for 1 this time. Let Ali have a little bit of time and see how it ends this over. Ali then, 9 off 16. And in comes Mitchell McClanahan. How many overs have we got left? 39 overs left today. I don't think there's that many overs left of this session. I'm trying to work it out, but I don't think there's that many. So we might play until then. Just conscious of time, of course. Ooh, dear, that was a bouncer. And maybe they might be putting the bounce in to frighten us a little bit here. 59 off 44 so far, of course, we've got. Ali not scoring at the best of rates, but we didn't score at the best of rates at the start. I'd say our score is probably enhanced by the open field that they had in some of the earlier overs. In comes McClanahan from the right-hand side this time, so we can utilise that massive gap between the 2 fielders if he bowls there, of course. And we do. It was a little bit of a slower ball, hence why we couldn't get as much power on it at 71 mile an hour rather than the average about 80 that he's bowling. But Ali moves on to 15 off 23. And we'll do these 2 deliveries from Henry, and then we will call it a day officially. In comes Mark Henry. We've hit that one, and that should just be the single. And I think that might be, well, we'll watch the last one. We'll get up to 250, and that'll be a good milestone to end at. Hopefully Ali gets the single now to make it 250. And he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. Oh, dear. Should we just do as many balls as it takes to get 250? Probably keep getting dot balls, though, now. In he comes. Of course. Oh, dear. Come on. Well, that was a... Well, it wasn't a wide, but... It was higher than it should have been. 61 off 48. That's a Yorker. We'll take that. We'll go for it. It's quite a risky one, but we have got there. 250 for 5. And that is where we are going to end it then today. 250 for 5. We've scored 62. Hopefully we can stay with Ali for a little bit longer. Build a bit of a partnership. And then the tail enders we can help out. We've got a real captain's innings though here. Of course we score another 9 or 10. We overtake Stoneman's head of the innings. It'd be brilliant to see if we can get 100 here, but you can watch that one on, let's work it out, Thursday the episode will come out. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, folks. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you on Thursday at 8 PM for that other episode. Thank you for your support so far, guys, and the various comments I'm getting of positivity, which is really nice to see. Episode 16 comes on Thursday, and I hope you'll join me for that. Goodbye.